Welcome to Plant-Based on Fire, the podcast that ignites your passion for plant-based businesses. Real Men Eat Plants is proud to host this show, where we shine a spotlight on the latest and greatest plant-based companies making waves in the industry. From startups to established brands, we'll explore what sets these businesses apart, what challenges they've faced, and what their vision for a more sustainable and ethical food future looks like. So if you're hungry for some fresh insights, inspiring stories, and a healthy dose of entrepreneurial spirit, then join us on Plant-Based on Fire, brought to you by Real Men Eat Plants.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Plant-Based on Fire, where we're talking about plant-based businesses and their inspiring stories to thrive in the industry. I'm your host, Bryan, and joining us today is Stephanie. She is a meal planning expert and founder of the Vegan Dinner Club. So she helps busy parents like me make dinner easier by providing weekly plans and recipes without time-consuming prep that can feed the whole family. So welcome, Stephanie, to Plant-Based on Fire.
Hi, Bryan. Thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here.
We are too. I struggle with this all the time because I do have younger kids and I have to come up with fun food that doesn't have too much cumin and all the cool stuff that I love in it to get them to eat certain things. I made these delicious tempeh bacon things this weekend, and they are just loaded, but they just didn't like the taste of it. So, I want to unpack that more with you, but let's start back at the beginning a little bit. What was sort of the inspiration and the reason for founding Vegan Dinner Club and getting started with this?
Yeah, honestly, it was my own personal struggle that led me to where I am today. I went vegan 13 years ago, and my family didn't come with me. Very supportive, but I was trying to navigate how to be vegan and still feed. I had at the time a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1, 4, and 6-year-old. They're about 2.5, 3 years apart. So I was trying to figure out, how do I feed myself? How do I feed them without, juggling all the things, without having to make 3 meals a night and not and honor, the reasons that I went vegan as well. So as I, went through that struggle and developed a system, I started sharing that with others. One, I was looking for community because I'm the only one in my immediate social circle and family that's vegan. I just needed some people to talk to because, my family was sick of hearing me talk about being vegan and how great it is and how delicious all the food is. So I started this community, and then as I was, developing, this system, I call it my 5-step system. My friends would come over and look at it and be like, I'd have my menu posted, I'd have things kind of set up, and they would just be in awe, like, wait, what is that? You plan your meals in advance? Wait, you only go to the store once a week? And I realized, oh, this is, I guess, different than what other people are doing. So I started sharing more of that. I got asked to teach classes, and that kind of grew and led me to see, oh, wow, there's other people in this situation that need help. And honestly, I really shied away from being a vegan and a non-vegan family. I really shied away from talking about that because I was a little scared to share that, to be honest, at the beginning. The vegan community is wonderful, but there's also very strong opinions about how you should do certain things. But what I found was I contributed to a lot of platforms and media, and I started sharing that story on those platforms. And I was really surprised at what positive feedback I received, and just people asking for more support in that area that they could relate and they were in the same situation. So Vegan Dinner Club is really the manifestation of all of that struggle into the system that I have, living it still to this day, in and out of how I feed my family with a plant core meal, but have options for the rest of the family, so everyone's eating the same meal. I'm not stressed out. I'm still honoring my, ideals and values. And it really was the product of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people always ask me that question, like, what are you going to eat at Thanksgiving? And I go, everything's vegan except for the turkey or the ham. Come on,
Right.
let's do this if we do it the right way. So, yeah,
Right.
kudos to you. Like, it's awesome to say, like, there has to be this blend of these two family types that exist everywhere. And how do we say, like, look, this is all plant-based. Here's your salad, here's this, that, and the other thing. And then if you still want to cook up your little piece of chicken, you can or something. But
Exactly.
what is tell us a little bit more about like the business model side of this, because you have the blogs. Like I've seen several of your blogs, and you have some great recipes out there, and they look amazing and delicious, and so you
Thank
can
you.
do that. But the dinner club makes it super easy for you. How much is it to get started and to be a member and see that?
Yeah, so it's only 11.99 a month, and that gets you. So, well, let me tell you, it gives you, and then I'll kind of back up and give you kind of the backstory on that. But it's 11.99 a month, and every week we deliver a dinner plan, 4 dinners, and a grocery list. It's an automated grocery list, so you can customize it, and add your own stuff as well. And then what I think sets us apart from other dinner meal plan memberships is a lot of plans just give you the recipes. And I don't really feel that that helps you if you don't know how, if you don't have a system for how to fit that into your life. I always say that your meal plan should work for you, not create more work. So we also, in addition to that, we give you a prep plan that takes you step by step on how to get prep like a few components or ingredients for those 4 dinners, like in a 1.5 to 2 hour time frame, like maybe on the weekend, so that when you go to make dinner during the week, you have everything ready to go. And then I also coach you weekly. I have a private Facebook group, and I coach you and talk you through where's the best place to put this particular dinner in your schedule. Let's talk through how much time you have to dinner prep. So and I love doing that. I love connecting with my members and helping them, guide them through like what to, you know, how to make it work for you, basically. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of a quick overview of the membership, and um, I really am a proponent of saying like it is not one size fits all. So let's help you take what I'm giving you every week and fit it into your life. And I really am there coaching you and helping you every week to do just that.
So I love the meal planning thing, because I've tried, the Purple Carrots and all the other places out there, and they send you this box, and I feel like there's just so much waste and so much shipping costs of transporting it. I'm like, we're trying to change our health and the environment and save the animals and stuff, and I just feel like shipping these containers all around the country is just insane. I just love the concept of like you're doing 90% of the work. All we've got to do is shop for it and then prep it one day a week, basically, and you've got meals
Yeah.
for the whole week, right? I mean, that's
Right,
the
exactly.
concept here. And so I just love the way you've built the club and the membership, and I hope a whole bunch of our listeners sign up and evolve on that front.
Thank
You
you.
said 13 years you've been doing this. It's about the same amount of time that I've been doing it. What have you noticed as the plant-based food landscape has changed and evolved over the years? What opportunities do you see for us entrepreneurs in this space?
Well, I mean, just the obvious is the sheer quantity of products available now. That I mean, there was like 2 cheese options when I remember when we went vegan. I mean, it was and the quality
Yes,
that there
yes.
weren't great options. They weren't so delicious, there was no
Yeah,
Miyoko's cheese back then. Um, so I think, I mean,
yeah.
I do think there is a lot of opportunity for vegan entrepreneurs because they're in a lot of different, there's a lot of opportunity, I think, for collaboration because there are so many companies out there
Hmm.
with products, but also there's so many content creators now in the space. And I really feel that
Yeah.
collaboration is, and especially in this community, we have such an amazing, the vegan entrepreneur community. I just think collaboration is such a smart strategy for building your platform and for building your business. So
Hmm.
I think that, the more creative you can get, whether it's just doing, interviews like this together or in supporting each other or actually
Yeah.
doing, cross promotional campaigns together, I just think that's been a huge difference from when I was first getting into this, because I just felt like a lone wolf out there. I was like, I don't know who to talk to, it was really lonely. So I would say
Great.
that's probably the
Yeah.
biggest thing that I see a lot of opportunity there.
And how are you looping in the community for some of your recipes and stuff? Like, I know that's just one of the keys for even our podcasts and stuff, is like, how do we just involve the community and what people we want to interview and stuff like that? I'm just so curious. I love buffalo sauce still. I still want to have buffalo cauliflower, buffalo whatever. I can get my hands on buffalo style. So I just would love more recipes on that front. But I'm just curious, where has the community taken you that you weren't expecting, and what are some of your like one-off recipes that you never would have thought of without the community?
Well, first of all, I just posted a buffalo tofu sweet potato bowl recipe on the blog, so you should check that
Awesome.
out.
I will definitely check
You'll
that
love
out.
that.
Yeah.
It's got cauliflower and tofu. So it's funny. So I have the private Facebook community. I did for a long time. I was doing live Facebook cooking classes every week, profiling some of the recipes. And I'm lucky in that I am my consumer, right? So I'm living and breathing this, which I think is kind of key, is to obviously know your audience. But I have this unique perspective because I'm like what you said, like your kids, you love the cumin, but they don't. I hear you on that. It's like, okay, how can I do this so that it's going to please a family, right? It can't just be for me. And so I have gotten that feedback from in the group, in my private group. I'll get, it's interesting to see like how they've taken a recipe when they post a picture and say, oh, this was such a great hit with my family. I added this, or I tweaked that. Most of my ideas though come from my own life, and it seems to be the right way to go because it seems to be working for the community. I don't get any pushback like, oh, my kids hate this, whatever, because I'm living the dream with them, right?
Absolutely. So how are you, obviously you're making some money on your journey here and stuff. How else are you measuring success of your business as you're growing it here?
So for me, it's about the people I can help and reach. So I think, and I know that sounds like so cliche, but it's true. Like, I'm not doing this for the money. I mean, it would be great if this was like blew up and was like, thousands and thousands of people and whatever, was the most popular membership in the whole world.
Right.
But I measure it by the people that I reach. Like I have members from London who will like email me questions. Hey, I just went vegan and I'm struggling with this. Like, for me, at the end of the day, if I get, and I do get a lot of those messages of just people who are like reaching back, responding to my emails, answering the questions about their journey, and knowing that I had a little piece of able to help them, because I didn't have that helping hand when I was going vegan. That to me is a way that I measure my success and my reach with people. Like, am I making a difference? At the end of the day, am I being the change that I want to see in this world? Am I making a difference? So, I mean, that really for me is the big one.
Yeah, I think that's the overarching reason that we're all doing this in this plant-based movement, really. I mean, like, of course we want to make enough money to pay some bills and stuff, but we're doing it because we clearly see it's the right way for our health and for our family and everything else. So yeah, kudos to you. I look forward to reading and seeing more of your success stories on that front.
Thank
you. So how do you see the role of like Vegan Dinner Club shaping the greener, healthier world, particularly through the family eating habits?
So my goal at the end of the day is if I can get more people sitting down to the dinner table more often with homemade healthy food, then I've made a difference, right? That's like how I measure myself. So I really see Vegan Dinner Club, like the role of the membership is to help people do that. And I'm hoping as the membership grows and evolves, I mean, I'm just almost 3 years into this. So I think that I'd like to see the club grow into different ways, like, and more again, to like what you're saying, like really let the membership guide me in the community. Like, what is it that they need? Like, I really don't want to go like subscription box. Like, I know I've gotten some feedback like, oh, I wish you got the ingredients for me too. And I think, oh my gosh, for some of the same reasons that you said.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know if that's where I need to go to help. I don't know. But I would like to be able to stay on the pulse, to be able to pivot, which is what I've been doing the last 3 years. I've pivoted a lot. The membership didn't look like this when I first started. We offered breakfast and snacks and and then I realized, oh no, people really need help with dinner. That's what they need help with. So I think if I can keep my pulse on that and be an opportunity for people, also a voice for the larger community, that you can be vegan with a family and be busy and working and make it work. You don't, I have a lot of non-vegans in my world, friends and loving, meaning well family, who are like, oh, I could be vegan if you cooked for me. And I'm like, well, here you go. I can't cook for you, but I can give you everything that I'm cooking and the plan to do it. So I feel like, being able to offer more of those tools, then I'll be on the right track.
Absolutely. Yeah. I commend you on your efforts. I have been able to tip a few of my friends and family over to the plant side, as I say. So I wish you continued luck. And, on that front, what is in the future for Vegan Dinner Club? Just because, like, the one idea that easily pops in my head, and I love to do this with my dad, who's like the staunch meat eater, is I try to make his favorite meals like plant-based, and then I serve it to him and I say, I put the meat in it for you, and then I sit down next to him and eat the same exact thing, and he's like, this is good. Wait, you're eating it too? Oh, you tricked me, kind of a thing, right? Like, so I would love to see more of these, like, similar things to convert more people over. But, like, where do you see some of the stuff happening in the future for you? Anything on the radar?
So, I mean, I'm really just focused right now on growing the membership. And I've thought about the types of recipes that I provide. I usually try to have, like I said, take components of them that you can make ahead of time to speed up dinner prep during the week. So I think getting more creative with that. I'd love to explore. I'm a huge Trader Joe's fan. And it doesn't matter where you shop, any store that has like great products that you love that you can take and then simplify dinner. So I'd love to do like a series or kind of a subset of the membership where maybe there's like a set of meals that, have these like quick hacks or something like that. That seems really fun to me and would be creative. I'd love to do a cookbook. That's one of my big goals. I definitely have the recipes for it.
I was going to say, I'm expecting the cookbook to come out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but right now I'd say I'm really focused on growing the membership. I have like a promotions that I do throughout the year. Like Wednesday, I'm doing like a live workshop on meal planning. So I want to do more of those. I want to do more free workshops. I want to do, I think it's October. It's October. It's National Family Meals Month. And so I'd love to get a challenge going. So it's fun, like community challenges and workshops and things like that. All that I would offer free to the community. I'd love to do more of that. And then it's a great way for me to talk about what I'm doing, but not in such a, salesy way, if you will.
For sure. Absolutely. No, those are some awesome things, and I will be first in line to grab one of your cookbooks when it comes out. So let's see that one coming. What quick advice would you give other plant-based entrepreneurs out there as they get started on their journey?
I would say focus on what you love. There is about what you're doing. And I say that because, and especially from when I started to where social media is now, is also a big change.
Big change.
And, social media was great for me when I started in the blogging and all of that really helped me gain a following. I think it's really changed now. And I don't know about any other content creators out there, but I really struggle with like, what's the right balance? I'm constantly looking at, is this channel giving me what I'm putting out, putting in, getting out what I'm putting in, and trying to do all the things. And so what I've recently just really tried to focus in on is like, focus on the content, like deliver, like if my core reason for being here is to get them to the table more often. So I really need to make sure my recipes are good and that the menus I'm delivering them are good and they're delicious, right? So all the other stuff is great. If I can get to it, great. But at the core of it, I want to make sure that I'm delivering a great product. So I would really remind people, like, that's where you want to start. It's really easy to get distracted with all these fun other little things that everybody's telling you have to do. And at the end of the day, like, you got to focus on what you're there to do first. So if that helps anybody to be like, oh, you have permission to not do everything.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. And chip away at it. I think another thing, consistency. You've definitely proven that consistency as well.
Consistency.
So how do people support you? How do we get in touch with you again? What are the best ways?
Yeah. So, well, vegandinnerclub.com is where you can find us online, find me online. Hello at Vegan Dinner Club. If you want to reach out to me personally, I read all my emails. And then on social media, we are, it's at vegan_dinner_club or TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. We're just at Vegan Dinner Club. So, yeah, I mean, and just go to the website. It has all that information there. But, I welcome everybody. Reach out. I love to connect with people and just share the journey. We got to support each other.
That's right. That's right. Well, that is all the time we have for this episode of Plant Based on Fire. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining us and sharing more information about Vegan Dinner Club. Check out that website, and we will be back in touch soon with more insights and experiences from our community. Until next time, keep that fire burning.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Plant Based on Fire. We hope you enjoyed learning about the innovative plant-based businesses we featured today and got inspired to support them on their journey. Remember, plant-based eating isn't just a trend. It's a way of life that benefits your health, the environment, and animals. By choosing plant-based foods, you're making a positive impact on the world and helping to create a better and more compassionate future. If you want to join the Real Men Eat Plants community and get even more resources to help you go and stay plant-based, check out our blog, podcasts, and 30-day challenge at realmeneatplants.com. Thank you for tuning in to Plant Based on Fire, brought to you by Real Men Eat Plants. Head over to Apple Podcast and give us a review, and let us know what you think of this episode. Don't forget to tag us at Plant Based on Fire when you share this episode in your preferred social media. Wish to be a guest? We need to know about your plant-based business. Email us at pbof@realmeneatplants.com. We love hearing from our listeners. Thank you to our guests and to you, our listeners, for your support, and see you next time.